Hey boys and girls, we are going to do another worksheet, a review worksheet for the letter sound S in our Your Turn practice book. And it is on page 45. So you're just going to open up your book and find, let me see where it is, page 45, the 4 and the 5 in the black circle. And the page will look like this. So pay attention to the number and the pictures that are on it. All right, so we are continuing with our reviewing of the letter S and its sound. S. So we are going to be looking at pictures and we are going to be writing a letter S next to the pictures that begin with that sound of S. Okay? S. All right, so as usual, I have my name right up here, Ms. Griggs, on the line in my nicest, neatest writing, using capitals at the beginning of my name only and lowercase all the rest of the letters. And that's how, when you get tested on writing your name, that's how it has to be. So please practice that. Don't write your whole name in capital letters or all in lowercase. It has to be capital as your first letter and lowercase the rest of the way. Alrighty, so we have our S up here to remind us and our sun by it to remind us of a word that begins with S. So here we go. I went ahead and I colored all the pictures in first. You can do that or you can save that till after you do your S writing, either one, but I would like you to color it. It's good for you, good practice for your hands, okay? Alrighty, so let's start by saying the words that we see up here. So we're gonna do this apple row right here. Okay, so my very first picture, they've put an S by it, so we know it starts with the S sound, and that is a picture of the sun. So you can hear it when you say it if you listen and pay attention to your mouth. Sun. So we are going to write a lowercase s. They did it for us, and we are just going to trace right over it. Remember, lowercase is only going to go to the middle, but it's always going to be sitting on the bottom. Alrighty. If I move over to the next one that's in our apple row here, that is the number, what is it? That is the number 7. Say it to yourself and listen carefully. 7. We hear an S. We hear the S at the beginning of 7. So we are going to draw a write a capital S over here. We did a lowercase, let's do a capital. So capital starts up here just a little below the top line there, and it curves up, touches the top, goes around, touches the middle, and does a quick flip, touches the bottom, and back up. So these two sides look the same. They're just kind of the opposite of each other, like if it was in a mirror image of it. All right, so we have sun and we have 7. This is a, what is it, guys and girls? It is a ball. A ball as our first thing in the star row. A ball, and it is a beach ball. It's there in the sand, okay? So let's listen to that one. Ball or beach ball. Do we hear any S sound in that? What do you think? Say it again to yourself. Ball, beach ball. I do not hear it. I hope you didn't hear it either. So we're just going to cross that out because we are not looking for anything but letter S sound today. All right, I'm going to move over to my next picture that is in the star row, and that is a picture of a boat, but it's a special kind of boat called a sailboat because it has sails up here that catch the wind and help it to glide across the water. Sailboat. Say it to yourself and listen carefully. Sailboat. That definitely begins with the S sound. I hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and I did a lowercase capital. It's time for a lowercase. So I'm going to go down below this middle line here, and I'm going to do the same as I would for a capital. I'm going to curve up, touch it, go to the middle, turn that curve around, and sit on the bottom. I am trying very hard not to go below the line or above the line or above the middle line if it's a lowercase. Alrighty, I'm going to go down here to this row that has like a little Christmas tree right there. And this is a tool that you might have seen at home, and you might have seen a grown-up at your house using it. It's something that only a grown-up should be using because it's very sharp, and it's called a saw. Saw, and we use it to cut wood, okay? So listen to it, say it to yourself, saw. I hear the S sound. I hope that you do too. Okay, time for a capital. I'm going to put a capital S, the best that I can. If we make a little mistake, no problem. We just cross it out and do one right next to it, okay? All right, let's review our words so far. Sun, 7, sailboat, saw. All right, let's check out our next one. What is this a picture of? Something that you might eat for lunch? That is a sandwich. Sandwich. I hear the S sound right at the beginning of it. I'm going to go ahead and make a lowercase s. It's only going to touch the middle line there and sit on the bottom. All right, doing good so far. I'm going to go to my last row here, which has a fish on it, the fish row. And I see, now we don't see this too often, okay, because this is a bar of soap. The soap that we use most often comes like in a pump, and we go to the sink and it's sitting there in a bottle and we pump it down and the foam comes out or the little bit of liquid comes out and we use that kind of soap. But this, Miss Griggs used to use this all the time when she was a little kid because they didn't have the fancy kind of soap they have now. But this is soap, and I colored it pink because there's some laundry soap maybe your mom uses that's pink, and it's really good to get stains out of your clothes. But this is soap. Soap. So I hear an S. Soap. So let's see, is it going to be capital or lowercase? Lowercase, capital. Lowercase, capital. Lowercase. Time for a capital if we're making a pattern of our lowercase and our capitals. All right. Last little friend here. What does that look like to you? What animal is that? Is it a monkey? Monkey? I think it's a monkey. Say it to yourself and listen to it. Listen to see if you hear the S sound. Monkey. Ooh, I sure do not hear it. So sorry, Mr. Monkey. You can't play with us today. All right, let's review what we have, okay? First of all, you know what I'd like to do? Let's do our pattern because we're going to be talking about patterns in math here pretty soon. So we have small s, big S, small s, big S, small s, big S. Or we say lowercase, capital, lowercase, capital, lowercase, capital. All right, we switched it up every single time. Let's go ahead and say the words and really listen for those S sounds for that. S, all right. Sun, 7, sailboat, saw, sandwich, and our last one, soap. Okay, and there you go. That's a great review for our letter S. Practice making those the best you can, and try not to make them backwards. I know it's hard, okay, but try your very best. All right, can't wait to see it on Friday like usual.